thank you so much for your time today.
Of course.
Thank you. And that you're going to share your experience with us in Instituto Bernabeu. Yes. Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Sure. My name is Linda. I live in California in the United States.
Why did you decide to freeze eggs, and when did you make that decision?
I think it's freezing my eggs is a process I think I always heard about, but it felt like it was something that was really inaccessible. And I think as I started to hear more and more women that I knew that were doing this, it made the whole procedure feel less scary. It felt like something that I could do. And so once I started hearing friends doing it, and then they were talking about it openly about their own experience, it's when I decided, I want to be able to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And I wanted the sort of control over my future, over my timeline that freezing my eggs allowed me to have.
Yes.
And I just felt very privileged to be able to do that as a woman, because to be able to have that type of control is not something that many women in the past have had. And so it was really exciting for me to be able to do that.
Thank you. It's it's great to hear that. How has your experience been with us, with Instituto Bernabeu, for the treatment?
I loved working with Instituto Bernabeu.
Thank you.
I really had such a wonderful time. I did a lot of research. I knew I wanted to do this treatment in Spain for a few reasons, which I know we'll get into, but I did a lot of research across different facilities, and the team at Instituto Bernabeu is the one that had the warmest, the kindest people.
That's
the
nice.
Information that I needed when I had questions. They were always there to answer it for me. The team was always available over email, over phone. So they made me really feel comfortable. They made me feel at ease. Everyone speaks English, which was great.
Yes.
So it never felt like there was a barrier of information. It always just felt very comfortable.
That's nice. That's good to hear. Thank you very much. Was it easy, pain-free? Was it sometimes uncomfortable? Please tell us.
Yeah, no, my experience was wonderful. I actually ended up doing, some women opt to do the medicine in their home country and then just go for the procedure. I made the decision to do the whole process while I was in Palma de Mallorca, and so I did the medication there as well. And so getting the medication from the pharmacy, understanding how to use it, was all really simple. The team was always there to answer any questions on how to use the different medication and when to do it and how to do it. I had a friend there who also helped me to make sure I, was doing it right, and I felt okay going through the process. And so that was all really easy. The checkups that I would have with the team always just felt really nice. I loved going into the clinic and seeing the team again and seeing what the process felt like, or the updates. You feel a little uncomfortable and a little bloated, but
at the end of the treatment,
exactly. But towards the end, you start to feel a little discomfort. But I think as women, we're strong in being able to deal with discomfort and pain, and so for me, it wasn't too bad, and it also felt like I was doing it for a reason, and it just felt different. Like I'm willing to go through this because I know what's going to happen at the end of this process. And then the actual procedure to do the egg retrieval was really, really simple. The clinic itself and the room that you're in before you go in is really warm. It's a nice place to be. Everyone's really nice and caring, and make sure that you feel okay before you walk in there. It was all very warm. And then, after the procedure, you wake up in that same room, and again, there's someone there to make sure you're feeling okay. So it just felt very
as well. Yes.
Exactly. Yep. Make sure you have a little bit of food in you.
Yeah.
Make sure that your pain is okay. And it just felt very taken care of. And so, thank you to the team for
thank you for the kind words, Linda. Thank you so much. As an U.S. resident, why did you decide to come to Spain and to Palma?
Yeah.
What was your decision there?
Well, I think a lot of folks know, especially here in the United States, that healthcare costs in the US are so high. And especially doing a treatment like this is really expensive, especially because health insurance doesn't cover any part of it. So if you want to do this, you have to be able to afford it out of pocket yourself. And that's really prohibitive for a lot of women to be able to do. It's a lot of money. And so I wanted to find a place that did it at a better price and at a place that I can afford. So doing it in Spain allowed me to do it for less money, but it also is a country that has a lot of experience with fertility treatments, and there's a lot of experts in the space there. And so I felt like not only was I doing it for a lot less money, but I was doing it and getting a very high level of expertise. So that's why I chose Spain specifically. And then why choosing Instituto Bernabéu as my place to do it is it felt, like I said, the team, they were all experts in their field. They were all really knowledgeable. And I just felt so lucky that I could be able to afford it and then afford this level of expertise. So I was very happy to do it.
What did your friends and family think of your decision? Was it, you had an open conversation, I guess, with everyone?
I did. And I made sure to have an open conversation about it with others, because when women were very open with me about their experience, it's when it normalized it. It felt like it was something that I can do as well. And so I made sure that when I made the decision that I was also talking about it freely. I wanted to normalize this. It wasn't something that we just kind of keep secret. It's something that is really empowering to do as a woman. Everyone around me was very supportive. I actually had a friend who traveled with me. So she came with me during the weeks that I was there. And she was there to support me, to help me if, I was feeling lonely. So she was really there for me, which was really wonderful to do and to have during the process. And also, I think now knowing what I know, again, the team is so warm, the team is so friendly that I wouldn't even if I was by myself, I wouldn't have felt alone. It would have felt like I had people that were really caring and supportive. So that was really important too.
It's nice. It's a good feeling when we give that back to you.
Exactly.
Do you think people in general, or like particularly young people, are well informed about egg freezing? Is that something you would think that there is enough information out there?
Young people are learning more and more about it, and I think it's becoming a bit more common, which I'm really, really excited about. Again, because what a privilege it is to be a woman and be able to do something like this. It's something that I think as we talk about more as a society, the more common and the more normalized it becomes, and the more accessible, right? I think a lot of women and young people think that treatments like this are not accessible. Either it's too hard, it's too scary, it's too expensive. And that's just not true, right? There's clinics like Instituto Bernabéu who are doing this and making it happen and giving women the opportunity to do this. So I think the more we talk about it, the more we share our experience, which is what I'm hoping to do today. The more young people understand that this is an option for them.
What advice would you give another woman if she would think about going through treatment but hasn't made up her mind by now?
I know taking the first step feels scary, or doing the treatment feels scary, but now having gone through it myself, I don't, and I actually feel like it was such a transformative experience for me. Not only physically, right, to be able to do this, but I think emotionally, spiritually, it was really a wonderful process for me to go through as a woman. And so I think the advice that I would give women is to, if you have the privilege to do it, you have the resources, the time, the money, do the research, reach out to clinics. That's how I started. Just tell them you're thinking about doing this. They'll be able to tell you what the process is like. They'll be able to demystify what it feels like to go through the process and all the different steps that you need to do. They're experts in this field, and they're there to answer your questions and make you feel comfortable. And so I think if you're thinking of doing this, just reach out, talk to women in your network as well. There's probably women in your network who have done it and
and that would share experiences as well. Yes,
exactly. Yeah. So I think it's just reaching out to clinics, finding one you feel comfortable with, and just starting the process.
Yeah, if you got a personal connection with a clinic, that's
exactly
important. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I was really looking for was, you know, when I would speak to the doctor and I spoke to the team, did I feel that connection? Did I feel like, yeah, this is a team that I'm really looking forward to going on this journey with? And so, yeah, that's really important.
Thank you so much. There's so many warm, nice compliments. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, Linda.
Of course.
Really, really great to have that conversation with you. Thank you.
Of course. No, thank you. I'm so thankful to the team. You know, I couldn't have done it without them. So just really appreciate it.